Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Anna McNaught, and I will be your host today. And I am joined by my husband, James Bonanno. Hey, James, how's it going? As if I didn't just see you 5 minutes ago.
I know. It always sounds so weird every time you call me like my proper name and not our little pet names we have for each other. And we're just like in the next room. But hi, everybody. So great to be back here again with you all and have my beautiful wife as my host. We'll let Anna kind of kick it off. We have some really exciting stuff to show you guys today.
Yeah, we're going to be having a lot of fun with some video editing. And welcome everyone who is joining us. I, for some reason, am not having the chat come up live. I need to do a little refresh. But for those of you that are here, welcome. And thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget that this is being recorded, so you can go back and watch anything that you missed. And if you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to come over to behance.net/Adobe Live so that you can join in on the chat. All right, James, if you just want to run through what we're going to be doing today, and then we can talk about the beauty of a viral video and kind of the key things that you need to make a video go viral.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the intro, Anna. And we're, like Anna said, today we're going to be talking all about video editing. It's sort of a continuation of some of the series that we've done in the past, but it's been a while since we've been on here. And really today is all about viral video, and specifically video for Instagram Reels, TikTok, vertical formatted video. And, the shift that we're seeing now, and I think we've hopped on board with this a while ago, is that people just want to have, very catchy content and consumable content quickly. And it doesn't always need to be shot on this really elaborate cinema camera or a mirrorless camera. A lot of what you can do and create video wise can go viral, and it can be shot right on your phone. So what we thought we would do today is show you guys an example of a video that sort of was one of our most viral videos, I guess you could say, on TikTok. This specific video we'll show you guys today, I think has over 6 million views, which sort of blows our mind today and how quickly it took off. And really what we wanted to do today is show you guys, how you can create this pretty quickly and easily in Premiere Pro. Since I, do a lot of the video editing in Premiere, Anna does a lot of the work on the phone. I mean, it's a really good collaborative effort here. So we wanted to show you guys the video that we created, and then sort of take you through the process of how you can recreate it and how easy it is to take clips from your phone, go out and shoot, your surrounding area. Really the goal in mind here is to make it easy for everybody with an iPhone or a smartphone or any phone to record really, high quality video now that looks amazing for Instagram and for TikTok, and for now, I think YouTube Shorts even is kind of throwing their hat in the game. So a lot of really amazing platforms where this video or these videos can live and, pop off and hopefully go viral.
Yes. Yes, and I can see the chat now. So welcome everyone. Welcome William. Hi, Cody Bear. Hey, Paco in the chat. Sean, nice to see all of you here. I'm so excited to spend the next hour with you. And as James said, doing all these little kind of hacks that we're going to show you today to hopefully make your videos go viral. This one we got really lucky with it getting like 6 million views. And then our follow-up video to it got even more views. And so it was super exciting. I don't know if it has something to do with that the first clip is me in a towel, but
maybe a little bit.
But you got to do what you got to do, and we'll see where it goes from there. So
well, I'm definitely curious too, as the chat is being more active. So, Anna, keep your eye on the chat here, but I'm curious to know what you guys think, everyone that's tuned in, about the direction that, viral videos are going versus maybe more like heavily polished videos. I think it's a really interesting discussion that is happening now. And I just, any of your thoughts on what you think is better, what you think is, maybe as someone like me coming from a film background, it's a little tough to like wrap my head around making a movie or a little video on your phone. And you sort of have to like drop your ego and just say, this is what's going to perform the best. It's quick. It's not going to take me as much time. So just, curious on everyone's thoughts on kind of what you think of the direction of viral video.
Yeah.
All right. So should I get it started here? I know we only have, at this point, 50 minutes to sort of take you through everything. Or is there anything else we wanted to set up?
I think that sounds great. How about you show everyone the video as it is and kind of what we did, and then we can get into breaking down how we made it and how we source our clips and all of that fun stuff.
Sounds great, everybody. All right, so this is a quick 30-second clip. I'm going to make it full screen here for you guys. Oops, wrong full screen. And for anyone in Premiere that is looking to make their program window full screen, on a Mac, it's the tilde key. On a PC, I'm completely helpless. So anyone who is on a PC, let me know, but that's how you do it. And this specific video right now has Anna's voiceover, but no music. So we're going to try to tweak some things, but here it is.
One of the most popular questions we get asked is, how do you shower in a van? Here's our little setup in the back of the van where we hang the solar shower. This is a basic solar shower that you fill with water and let heat in the sun. Then we stand on this little mat and enjoy the warm water from the shower and the fresh air from the outdoors. We also often take river baths and lake baths, always using biodegradable, environmentally friendly soap. In the colder months, we'll use campground showers, which are oftentimes pretty nice, and sometimes we end up just showering at friends and families. Our next project is to build a road shower on top of the van. Stay tuned to see how it goes. One of the
which never happened.
I was just going to say, we never built that shower in the van. We hope to one day, but honestly, we ended up using this sort of shower setup all summer and it worked perfectly. So I think one of the things to point out in this video, and I think the reason why it maybe took off the way it did and was as viral as it was, is we were getting so many questions from people that were following us and other travelers about this specific topic. And I think what makes, at least in my opinion, what makes a video go viral or at least get picked up quicker is it answers a question or it fills a need or fills some sort of request that people have. And so there's value in the video because other people are interested in, well, you live on the road, how do you actually shower? And so to have that thumbnail and Anna in a towel being the first frame of this video, I think is catchy for people that don't even really live in a van or travel. So it reached more people and it had a larger reach than just the van community. Whereas some of our other videos, don't perform as well because it's a little bit more niche in just the van community. What do you think, Anna? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I also think having something that causes a little bit of like controversy in a way, not that like how we shower would cause controversy, but people are like, what are you doing? This is so weird. This is gross. And people get all upset about it on TikTok and Instagram. And so then that causes it to go more viral too. And we actually got a little bit of backlash about the biodegradable soap, which often if we're lake showering, so to say, we actually don't use any soap at all because we are kind of careful about that. So we got some people commenting about that, but again, adding to this viral factor. So if you can find, and not by lying or coming up with different things that like would make someone upset, but if you can find these things that maybe might just be a little out of the ordinary to most people, then it's going to have a higher chance of going viral.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do also feel like no matter what profession you're in, or if you're just doing this for fun, this is just one example of, a travel viral video in the van life community. I mean, viral videos happen all the time. I think Anna's watching like makeup tutorials and I watch food videos and anything that I feel or we feel that we're drawn to. And so use those videos as an example of how can I then create something that feels as viral? And is it the title? Is it the thumbnail? Is it the topic that you're actually talking about? And most normal people watch a video and they're not like critiquing the production quality. They're not necessarily critiquing, oh my God, what cinema camera did they shoot that on? That all they're looking at is, does this entertain me? Does this keep my attention for 30 seconds or a minute? And I think that's where you find the sweet spot of what becomes viral or not.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll leave some of these antidotes as we go of what we think works and doesn't work. Again, leave any of your comments in the chat of what you guys think goes viral. But I think to kick things off, what we're going to do is we're going to try to basically rebuild this. And I'm going to show you guys just some basic techniques inside of Premiere here. I know everyone's at sort of different levels in their video editing. And so I don't want to go over somebody's head, but I also just want to kind of break down the way I would approach this. And for the sake of time, I've already organized our project window here, but we have our footage bin, and our audio bin of some music that I've already sourced. Later in this video, I'll show you guys how to actually source the music right from inside of Premiere, which I learned on the last stream. So you're learning even while you're here editing. So the footage we have here, I'm going to bring up our current view. This is icon and list view, in case you guys were like, whoa, that's magic. How'd you do that? It's not. It's just a little button here. And we're going to go into the footage panel here. So all of these clips are shot on our phone, are shot on my phone or Anna's phone. And if you just click each one and you scrub through, such beautiful water. This was in Glacier. This is just a beautiful, beautiful place. Side tangent. So these are all phone clips, and that based on the actual vertical format. Typically when you're shooting, cinema camera footage, or you're shooting, camera footage, it's going to come in at a 16:9 aspect ratio if that's how you have it set. If we had actually taken the phone and flipped it and shot it in 16:9, we would be seeing that aspect ratio as well. So for the sake of this video, for the sake of creating that viral video, we want to make sure we are, posting vertical format aspect ratios to make sure that Instagram Reels and TikTok are happy with us. Yes. So if I was going to start from scratch, I've already pulled this in. I would go and create a new sequence. So to do that, you go to File, New, Sequence right here. I just like the shortcut Command N. Again, I'm not really sure what it is on a PC. And I actually added some default layouts in here from the last stream, if anyone was on, but we're just going to start from scratch so you guys can see how you would set your actual sequence to the same aspect ratio. So we go to Settings and we go to our frame size. And so right now, a standard frame size, if I was actually going to change this, would be about 1920 by 1080. And you look at where it says horizontal and vertical. So your horizontal 1920 pixels, 1080 pixels, and vertical 16:9. So that looks like a standard window, but we want to actually flip it because we want this to be a vertical format instead of a horizontal format. So all we're going to do is just go 1080 by 1920. And now you can see that it's changed to 9:16, which is what we want. I believe 9:16, and Anna, correct me on this, is specifically for TikTok because you have all the text below that ends up getting cut off. And then if you're doing a Instagram Reel, it's 9:16, right?
Yeah, it's the same. It's just that on Instagram, it will only show that like square and then 4:5 unless you're in the Reel section of Instagram.
Gotcha. Right.
So,
unless you
just
click
always
that.
keeping it 9:16.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So just for the sake of safety, 9:16 is great. You can then also take that video and just put it into your story and it would fill the entire frame, which is nice. So it keeps people engaged longer. And especially with Instagram moving in sort of the way of video with Reels and stories, I think that's just the smartest bet. So we're just going to call this Instagram Reel shower video. Okay. And we're going to press OK. Okay. And now you can see that we have created our empty sequence here. So that is one option. That's probably the easiest way to do it. What I've done in the past, and this is another way to set that sequence, is you can just drag and drop the actual clip into a composition and it'll automatically set that sequence for you. So as an example, let's just take this van clip here of you pointing. All you would have to do is drag this and you'll see just the one clip. Just the one clip, James, what are you doing here? We're just going to go into a different mode. You drag it and then you'll see here, there's a little, it looks like a folder with a little kind of folded back piece of paper. When you drag that in, it automatically creates your composition for you. And then it just names it whatever the clip name was. So this should be the same sequence size. So if I scroll to the right, you see, okay, 1080 by 1920, perfect. So I can name that the same thing. And essentially you're doing the same, you're creating the same sequence, but you're just doing it in a different way. So that's just personal preference, but cool. Let's delete that.
Kara has a great question. Do you find yourself shooting everything twice? So you also have landscape videos for other formats? I would say, yeah, like once in a while we'll do that, especially if we know that we want to turn a certain video into YouTube as well. For this particular video, we knew it was just a short form, quick thing. We knew we were going to just do the TikTok video, but sometimes we will film it in vertical and landscape so that we have it for both.
That's a really, really good question. And oftentimes you're super excited in the moment and you forget to do that.
Yeah.
And so, really quickly, what I want to just show is how to actually kind of save yourself, whether it's a client shoot or whether it's just something like this, where let's say you like this clip a lot, but you're like, oh, I really want to use this on YouTube in a horizontal format. All you would have to do is you create. So we're going to go back into the sequence settings. You would do the same thing, but you're going to create that 16:9 aspect ratio. I'm just going to call this test real quick because why not? And then what you would do is, let's say this clip, you really wanted it to feel like it was more landscape than vertical. So let's just take in and out points, I for in point, out point there. Okay. And we're going to drag that here into our timeline. And that scrunches it. And we don't really want that. We want to see that entire clip. So what you would do is you'd go into your effects controls panel. Okay, make sure you click the clip and let's scale this out until we don't see any of the black lines. So let's go, let's say 60%. And now, okay, well, we now have this these black bars, which we don't want. So, you know, what you've probably seen in a lot of Facebook videos and a lot of different viral videos, the background looks blurred out. And so all you would do is you would hold Option, drag that clip up, and that duplicates that clip. Again, sorry for PC users, I'm just speaking to a Mac shortcut here. And then what I would do is I would actually take this bottom clip, I'd switch it so it's on top. And then this clip here is going to be my background. So I'm just going to scale that like all the way up so that it looks kind of blurry. So let's go to like 600 basically. And then what I might do is just add a little effect to it. So I go maybe Gaussian blur in effects so that it just kind of blurs it out. And I'm just going to crank it. So you're going to go blurriness here, repeat edge pixels, make sure that it doesn't look all wonky around the corners. And let's just go like 100. And so now you have, you know, kind of a makeshift way of being able to post that same clip to YouTube if you wanted to abide by their aspect ratio instead of just having black bars. So quick little fix that way.
Yeah, I believe we actually did this on, we filmed how to make blackout.
I'm having a tough time hearing Anna. I can't hear you actually right now. Not sure if I cut out here or what. Sorry. I was like, am I talking to myself?
Uh-oh.
It definitely might be. Am I still,
yeah.
Can you guys still hear me?
We are having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let me go check on James and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. It seems to always be some sort of audio issue or something. Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. We are so sorry about that, but we won't waste any more time. James, let's dive right back in.
All right, I'm not going to talk to myself any longer. Let's keep on going. And if I do, I apologize. All right, so that was a quick little tangent. So let's just hop in and start playing around and trying to create this video from what we have here. So I'm going to pull up my footage. We've already, like I said, created our new sequence here. So let's just I'm going to mute this right now so that I can sort of reference it. And just to mute it, you press M here on the track. If you wanted to solo that track, you'd press S. So if I play it back, now it's all good. Now you don't actually hear Anna. All right, so what we'll do here is we're gonna find this clip of Anna so we can kind of rebuild it here on our own. And I believe this is the clip. I've already gone in and I think pulled that clip. I've made some in and out points. So let's go in, let's go out, okay? And we are just gonna drag this clip. We're not gonna take any audio, so we're just gonna drag video only, okay? And then I press the plus on the keyboard to zoom in so I can drag this out. And then if I press Command plus, this actually makes my individual layer larger so I can see the clip itself. So I think I wanna make it just a tad bit longer. So we'll drag that out, okay? And there's a process. I mean, everyone has their own process. Typically, when we're editing, we either like to record the voiceover first or, find music that works and, start there. But I think for the sake of this video, we might just work backwards since we already have the clip set. So we're going to put the video in and then we're going to try some different music. I'll show you guys how to actually record voiceover in Premiere. But if you're, editing on the phone, if you're using Adobe Rush, you can actually just edit your voiceover right to the clip and do everything from the phone. But for the sake of today, I wanted to show you guys how to do it in Premiere. How we doing? You can still hear me all right, guys?
Yes.
Yay, love that. I can hear like a little bit of chatter. So I'm like, okay, I'm still good. All right, so let's go. We're gonna keep playing that. And in our second clip, we have this really fun time lapse of Anna hanging our curtains. And for anyone that cares, those curtains, that's just a really cheap shower curtain. And the clips that we have hung on the van are just super, super heavy duty earth magnets. And so unless it's like howling 30-mile-an-hour winds, it actually is pretty sturdy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Still recommended to shower in a bathing suit.
Yeah, definitely would be more ideal. Cool. So here's our time lapse. We'll just take, maybe let's take until the camera shook because it looks like that's sort of where you had it. So we'll play that back. Okay, perfect. So to do that, I just sped through it. You would use L or J on your keyboard. Again, Mac user, so that fast forwards your timeline, or J, depending on how many times you click it, goes in reverse. It's just a very quick way to get your clips cut. So let's drag this video in. Okay, another little shortcut. If you guys don't want to actually drag the clip in, I'm gonna delete it real quick. The arrows on your keyboard go basically to the beginning of the clip to the end of the clip. So now we're right at the end of the clip, and rather than dragging it, I'm just gonna go insert, and now it inserts the clip automatically. And you'll see that I think the shortcut here is literally just a comma. So if I pressed a comma, now it's inserted. So you could essentially have everything in your project bin ready to go, and you can just go through your timeline and essentially click your clip, comma, 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 chameleon.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Dad jokes. I'm so predictable. All right, so let's see the next clip we got, which is that H2O solar shower. Great purchase if you guys are looking for a way to shower outside. Highly recommend it. We're not sponsored by any of these companies, so okay, so let's go right there. We'll zoom in a little because I think you want to see your hand on it. And rather than drag it, same thing, comma, boom. And now that will add the audio too, which we don't really want. So to extract that audio, if you were to delete that, or you were going to try to delete the audio right now, it would delete the whole clip. We don't want that. We just want to delete the audio track. So you're going to go Command L, and that unlinks the actual track. If you don't want to go for a shortcut, you would just right click and then you'll see where it says unlink. If you just click unlink, it separates these two and then you can edit them individually. So what we'll do is click this and delete it. Let's go back to our video. All right, so now it looks like Anna came back here and we came back to the shower. I really like the way that it's, started here on this time lapse, set up, here's the shower, and now we're sort of moving chronologically with these cute little feet down here on the bath mat. So we're gonna go back to that clip, find where that part of the video is, and creates a little mystery, which I think is why, again, going back to the viral elements here, it's cute, it moves really fast. I think it's entertaining to watch, even for us, and that's really what makes a good viral video. All right, so let's take this here, comma, boom. So we're gonna play back ours to see where we're at. Okay, there we got some feet, perfect. And we might want to tweak this a little bit once we actually put everything in. There's me. I have a bathing suit on because that's van life. And let me find where that clip is. There we go. There's my little head. So we'll
Jennifer and Kara, thank you for following us on YouTube. Really means a lot. We've been
awesome.
Trying to add some more content on there. Hopefully going to continue to add some new videos like over the next few months. And now that we have a little bit more downtime, working on some new content there.
Oh, that's so cool. That makes my heart happy. I know we've been slacking on there a little bit. We just bought a house, and so we've been kind of occupied with that, and trying to have a more home-based studio. So yeah, more to come there. And thank you guys for subscribing. All right, so we're just playing this. There we go. Quick clips. And again, if I didn't mention this earlier, when you think viral, like you think fast paced, you think quick, just like kind of catchy. You don't want to really stay on a clip or a scene too long, because the attention span of most people watching these videos is like a second, half a second, even for some people that just can't sit still. And so you want to hook them right away. And I think the reason this one works is because that first clip, and then you want to just keep that journey going, but as fast as you can without it feeling like so rushed. So there's definitely a bit of a science to it.
Yeah, I definitely find that for TikTok and Instagram reels, like if you're talking about, say, when I say, and we take lake baths, I would show like 2 to 3 clips of the lake. Like in this instance, here we're talking about the specific shower structure, showing again 2 to 3 clips and really giving it that fast pace. And that's one of those key tactics to creating a viral video. I've noticed a lot of times with our TikTok videos, if I stay on one shot for more than like 3 seconds, we'll lose views at that exact point.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And you really, unless you start creating these, you don't realize like how much you can actually cut out of a clip before it seems like it's too fast. Like there's a lot of, when you're filming something, even on your phone, like there's a lot of lull before an action happens and right after the action happens. And a lot of that is unnecessary. You can actually cut a clip mid-action, and people are smart. They watch it and they understand exactly what you just did. So for this clip, for example, of me jumping, if you were really looking for, let's make that a little bigger so we could see it, a way to actually maybe save some time, you could cut out like 2 or 3 seconds here and just have basically a clip there and end it like right there at the water. And that's a lot quicker, which may look too fast, but it saves you, maybe 2 seconds. So you go play it back. And again, we're going to cut that audio out. And that's, to me, a little too fast. So then what you would do is just, you can kind of tweak it while you're in here, drag and pull back a little bit. And again, the more you create these, the more you post them, the more you see, how they perform, you get better and better at knowing what to keep, what to cut out.
And oftentimes what I'll do with a clip like of James jumping, where you really want to see that moment of him jumping off the cliff and going into the water, I'll do the entire clip, but then I'll speed it up by like 0.5 seconds. And that kind of helps give it the flow too. And I do that quite often on our videos where I'll speed everything up just enough to kind of like really catch that interest.
Yeah, I think, oh, go ahead.
Quick question from Eric. Is there a target video length that we should be mindful of while creating our video? Yes. So for TikTok, your limit is 1 minute. And for Instagram Reels, your limit is 30 seconds. But we always say that sweet spot is like 15 to 30 seconds, which I know is really fast, especially if you're used to YouTube where you're watching 5 to 10 minute videos. You're making a video in 15 seconds, but that's again how you get that really fast viral content.
Yeah. And there's a time and a place for, that YouTube content and for longer form video. I think that was kind of what I was asking earlier. If people in the chat feel like one's better than the other, I don't necessarily believe that, but I feel like specifically for social media now, you do have to keep people's attention. And so a longer 5-minute, 10-minute documentary may not fit that audience as well as something that's 15 seconds or 30 seconds. And I think it allows the normal audience to resonate with what you're doing a lot more than something that's a lot more polished and refined and feels almost too far away from what they could actually obtain. So I think that's what's really cool about it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out one other thing here. And as you said, a way to actually like change this clip is to speed it up. That's definitely one technique that I would use. So if you were going to actually speed this clip up, Command J usually brings that up, but that's not set to a shortcut. But you can right click the clip and go to speed duration, and you can change the speed to whatever you want. You can also, if I wanted to go like 400%, it would be extremely fast, which is obviously too fast. But if I wanted to make the clip only, let's drag this out. So I'll show you guys, drag it out a little bit. Maybe I wanted this clip to be 1 second. And right now it's 1 second and like 19 milliseconds. So all I would do is just go to 0, and then it would essentially set that speed to match the duration. So now it's set that speed to 180%. So, if you're looking to get a video under that time frame in 30 seconds, you can easily go in and like just adjust the speeds of those clips to make sure that they fit within those time parameters you're looking for. So that's one way. Another, just all around good editing technique, and this is for viral videos or for any other videos, is what's called the jump cut. And so this clip, could work for a jump cut. And essentially what that's doing is it's taking, 2 parts of the same clip and mashing them together as a hard cut. And it essentially makes time feel like it's passing faster. Anna, are you still there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep. Good.
Okay.
So I just wanted to check. Just like sneeze every couple of minutes, so I know you're around.
Perfect. A couple questions for both of us here. Sean asked if it's difficult as an artist to create so much content trying to please the public and not yourself. I would say that we do a nice balance of both. We're constantly making artwork and photography and videos for ourselves. However, we also are running a business that's bringing us income. And so we do need to try to please the public and not so much just pleasing the public as much as knowing these key factors for having viral videos, having client videos. When we work with clients, they want a viral video as well, or certain key aspects of these videos. And so we definitely try to keep a balance there. And then looks like Bill said, what is the goal here? Monetization, entertainment, educational, creative outlet, or just to drive views? All of the above.
really good questions today, guys. These are awesome questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really all the above. Like Anna said, I think it is definitely a hard balance to hit all of those goals at the same time equally. I don't think we ever hit them all, right on the head. I think when you're thinking about trying to monetize videos, you can often get sucked into, let me just create something that the public wants rather than creating something that we want to create. And I think the most important thing is to always stay true and authentic to what it is that you feel you want to create. And it's a hard line sometimes. It does get blurry where you're like, it's a bit of a stretch of what I feel like we should be creating, but I know it will perform well, or I know more people will engage with it. And then it sort of goes back to the education purpose. Like, are more people seeing it because I'm creating something that they'll watch? And in this case, you want to educate people on, hey, how do you shower on the road? So yeah, very, very delicate balance all the time.
Yeah. And Ryan just said that TikTok has bumped the length to 3 minutes, which is awesome. I didn't know that. So
sweet.
We've kind of like stepped back from TikTok a little bit. And I think that's really, really great because now you can do a bit more of educational videos without having to speed through things. However, I still think that like the shorter videos are better in terms of being viral. But I guess as Bill said, what's your goal? You always have to think about that when you're making these videos.
Yeah, I think if you look at the whole scope of where you can post these videos, your goal, at least for us, our goal is really like brand awareness, and we want to share these experiences, educate people on what we're doing so that they can learn. And the more people that see it, I think that's how we achieve our goal. And so with TikTok allowing you to create longer videos, with stories on Instagram really becoming the forefront of how people engage with you, with now, the CEO saying that it's no longer a photo sharing platform, all of these companies are really doubling down on video. And so that's not necessarily just saying, let me stop making what I was making on YouTube in longer form, but let me just think about how this one idea can have 10 different legs and can live on all these different platforms. So, all right, Anna, you still there?
Yes, still here.
All right, cool. All right, I'm going to keep on going. I know we have a shorter day today, so we're trying to pack a lot in here. So I just wanted to show you guys here. This is, I was editing as we were talking, but this is what's called the jump cut. So you can see I jump, and no pun intended, I'm actually jumping. That's pretty great. Keep the dad jokes rolling, James.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go. So that's a jump cut, and it is very effective in passing time quickly with one clip. So you don't have to sit through all the fluff of something happening and then another thing happening. You can actually cut a lot of that out, and it moves the video a lot quicker. I don't think this clip is necessarily the right place to do it because it already moves pretty fast, but I just wanted to show you guys, how easy it can work. So we'll leave that as is. We're going to go back here. We're moving through this video. Next clip, we have our beautiful Lake McDonald, I believe.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys have not been, or if you have been, leave a little comment, because it is such a beautiful place in Glacier. We went last summer. So let's see. I'm zooming through this just to see which clip. I like the pan here. I think it shows off a lot more of that space, and there's camera movement. I think another big thing with shooting on the phone is you want to have, quick pace camera movements that aren't erratic, but still keep the viewer's attention. And I'd say, Anna, when you're creating a lot of these clips on the phone, you do a really great job of that.
Thanks. I learned from you.
Just constant support here. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to go comma, as you guys remember. And that looks like it's a long clip. We're going to extract the audio, command, whatever I just pressed. What did I press? Command L. Sometimes the shortcuts are so fast, I'm so used to them that I forget what they are. So let's play that back. And I think this lingers a little too much. So jump, let's cut it there.
Yeah.
And I think what I'll do is actually extend the beginning of this clip a little more. So let's play that back. And I wanted to kind of jump right there, and let's cut it there. Perfect. Yeah, much better. All right. And then I want, basically, you can see that I'm cutting a shot moving under the water right to a pan. And so that's nice because you're creating movement on the ends and the beginning of both clips. Okay. So I think that's probably good enough. So Command K is another good shortcut for cutting a clip. You can either do that and then basically slice it, or you can come in here and just drag your playhead right to that mark, and that does essentially the same thing. None of it is destructive, like you can undo anything. You can kind of go back and actually fix what you missed. So let's go into this video here.
Hi, Gabriella. Thanks for joining us today. So nice to see you here. And I know you have a stream later this afternoon. So everyone be sure to join that. She's an absolute incredible After Effects artist. So definitely go watch that.
I absolutely agree. Gabriella, I'm extremely jealous of your skills. I think when you were on your stream, when Anna was hosting, I was watching and listening in the background and was sort of blown away about what you could do in there. So thank you for joining. All right, so I'm gonna put the shower clip in here. It looks like this clip is a little bit longer. And sometimes you just have to use the footage at your disposal. So if you didn't intend to actually create a video and you just shot clips all willy-nilly, you may not have a lot of the clips you need. So you just use what you have. And I think this one in Anna's voiceover, she's explaining showering in campground and state parks. So you want that clip to last the duration of that voiceover. And that's why that clip's a little bit longer. All right, and then this is where we talk about the thing we did not do, where we put an actual shower mount on the top. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
One day maybe. So let's just grab that clip. Keeping an eye on time here, guys. And whatever we don't get to, like, I'm hoping that we just break this down enough for you guys so that you understand, how easy it is to really put a viral video together, whether it's on your phone, or here in Premiere Pro on your desktop or laptop, and how quickly you can get something uploaded that feels like it could go viral.
Yeah, and we did a ton of videos. I'm trying to think how many, maybe like 4 or 5 videos about this on previous Adobe streams, where we were kind of walking through how to create these little vertical and horizontal videos. We weren't necessarily talking about viral content, but we were still doing the same tips and tricks in terms of cutting it and adding audio. So if you want to go back and watch any of those or any of the previous Adobe Lives for that matter, then you can really get into the nitty-gritty of creating these videos.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of content out there, guys. All right, so I'm just taking what did I just do? I don't have this actual photo here today. So since there's already an actual text block on it, I'm just gonna copy this part of the video. This is actually a photo of Anna and I before we bought the van on our honeymoon, which is how we got sort of interested in van life in the first place. We took our first solar shower in the Tetons and decided, you know what, let's just take a photo of us being goofy. And I'm glad we did.
We were so scared of grizzly bears the whole time.
Oh my God, so many. Well, so we thought there was a lot, but there probably wasn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut that out so that we only have this part of the clip. Okay, and so now you can see in just me recreating this really, really fast, guys, and also trying to talk about it at the same time, we're just over this 30-second mark. So it's like 31 seconds. So a quick little hack, I believe this will work. If you don't want to go back and like manually try to cut some of those clips, let's just first start by watching it to make sure that there's not any fluff that we can't lose. Maybe we pull a second out here. I really like that. You could probably trim all of your time off of here, really.
Yeah.
So let's just trim it. We're just doing this manually for trial and error first, guys, and then I'll show you kind of an easier way to do it. So that's pretty much there, 30 seconds. Let's just cut a tiny, tiny bit more and then we're good. So we're just gonna go frame by frame. So let's do 2 frames.
Also, I think even though this is just a short little video for TikTok, I think sometimes storyboarding helps a lot. And James will do it in a much greater scale for YouTube videos and actually like write everything out. And for this, I remember I kind of had a vision of what I wanted to do for the video, like wrote some quick notes, like shot of me in front of the van, shot of setting it up, shot of the lake, which I already had on my phone, and then a shot of the campground. And I gathered all of these videos over maybe a week and then put everything together in like an afternoon.
That's such a good point, and I think just such a great way to stay organized. And I think brings up another point of when talking about creating videos from, with footage on your phone or creating viral videos, I think previously people don't take it as seriously because they go, oh, it can just be this casual, like here, I'll just use my phone. And which is, it has its place and that's great too. It's a little over the top with the planning, but I find that you end up getting better results and everything fits together the way it's supposed to, rather than trying to force an edit to work. Okay, so we got like maybe 10 minutes left, not even. And then I'll show you if we're doing in 9 minutes.
I know, it zoomed by.
So academic sound, you can go into the audio panel right here. And if you go along, which is incredible, and you can search by moods, by my own, but that is an option as well. Hopefully, can you guys hear that? Okay, cutting into that 9 minutes. Let's see. Let's go. Got it. Okay. All right. Weird. No, I can't actually. Can you guys get it? Let's see. All right. Okay, guys, I'm just going to save this real quick. Just quit. Sorry again for the technical difficulties. We're just going to reopen her. Sometimes for anyone that is using Premiere Pro, it happens. You're loading your computer with a lot of stuff and it can glitch sometimes. So always just shut it down, restart it. And 9 out of 10 times, you're golden once you open it back up. So really, if you're just joining, you got a couple minutes here, but we're just opening Premiere Pro. We had it open before. We're just going to finalize our viral video and show you guys how to export it. That's really the main part I wanted to get to. So we'll see. Hopefully this opens quickly. If we can't get music to work, we'll just export it as is. And then, we can address that another time. Let's see here. All right. So let's just okie doke. Overwrite all. All right. So let's see. We're back in Premiere. Let's actually see if we have our audio playing back here. So we're going to go into our project panel, our audio folder. Nope, for some reason I'm not getting it. I'm not sure why, but I was hoping to kind of run you guys through that. I do think that it's extremely important to put those in there. So if we can't get that in today's stream, that's okay. But I think maybe it just might be like a little bit of a glitch on our end right now. So if you guys are watching at home and you don't have that issue, really using this audio one track, you'd find your in and out points of where you feel like it works the best, and you would just drag your audio in. Again, we've done this in previous streams. I think the last time we were on, we really went over audio a lot. So if you want to get some more information there, there's a ton of resources. But let's just say, for the sake of the video, that we want to just add a little title. I don't even think we're gonna have time for that, so we'll leave that out. But I want to just show you guys how to export this. So you're ready to export. This video feels like it's going to pop off and be super viral. We're going to press out for our out point. And if you zoom in, sometimes I like to just take this last little, playhead and move it back right to the beginning, because for some reason, and I'm sure there's a way to set this, there's like a half frame or a frame right after that last point. And if you're looking to loop that video, you always want to make sure that Premiere is just telling you, okay, this video is going to play on a loop, so that there's no black frame happening afterwards. Okay. So we're going to go into File, Export, Media. Again, on a Mac, Command M is your shortcut. And you can create whatever shortcuts you want. You can go into your preferences and change those. So here we have our video. If I play this back, you can see that we're at 30 seconds and like an 18th millisecond. I don't think that's going to make a huge difference. If we really wanted to be super, super technical, we could go in there and make sure. You're seeing us with a lot of towels on today, guys. Sorry. All right. So one other point I do want to make, we're running low on time, so I can't really show you, is the thumbnail aspect of it. So if you want to create, a compelling thumbnail, you can do that right here in Premiere. So you can, we've gone over graphics in the past in some of our other streams, but you can come in here and you can go into the graphics panel, and you can essentially create what we had. So you can come in with your text tool You can type, whatever you want here. You can create as many text layers as you want to really make this stand out. So if you look at this video, our final video, I think the first thing people see when they're on our Instagram is this, how do you shower? And so that as a phrase, as sort of the topic and theme of the video is a really great way to kick things off. So if we had a little more time, that's probably what I would do here. And then I would just make that the thumbnail of the video.
Yeah. Yes, perfect.
So I just want to go back into the final export because we had that up and show you guys how to wrap this baby up. So here we go. So right now we are exporting the video and the audio. Because we don't have music in there, there would be no audio track. So I can just check that. If we did have music and voiceover, you can export that way. You click an output name, you save it wherever you desire. And then this is your file size. So it's still pretty small. And then once you export it, it'll export right to that location. And then all we do is we just take it, airdrop it to our phones, or we email it to each other, or use Dropbox, whatever. And you have a perfectly, ready to go viral video to post on Instagram, TikTok, and using it for Reels.
Yeah. And pretty simple. I mean, it comes together very quickly. And then once you add your music, your voiceover, your text, then those are kind of some of those key aspects that help to make it viral as well. So
let me just real quick, this little point here, I'm just going to point this out. This is where you could actually record voiceover. So if you wanted to record voiceover using this microphone or whatever microphone, you would basically click this and you could record your audio track directly into Premiere and do exactly what we had done on our phone. So it's right there and it's really easy for you to do.
Yeah, that's really great to know. And oftentimes we'll just record the voiceover on our phones and then either bring it into Premiere or edit the full thing in Adobe Rush. Adobe Rush is really, really good for doing voiceover, and you can actually speed your voice up without getting like the chipmunk sound. You can just make it sound like you're talking like this and blah, blah, blah. And so that's always extra good for TikTok as well. But so this went by really fast today. I hope you all learned something. I know we sped through a lot of it all, but you can always go back and rewatch anything that you missed at any time. Be sure to catch some of the streams later this afternoon. And thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you guys. Bye, everybody.